Yo my people, welcome back to the channel, and today's episode is a special episode. As you know, we recently hit 10k. Just want to say thank you to everyone that has shown love, support, engagement. It's only been 2.5 months, but the growth has been incredible. The journey's been incredible. Of course, I've got so many ideas and so many things planned that I want to do for you guys, so I appreciate all the feedback. It's still early days, there's still a lot for me to do, there's still a lot I want to do. But I just want to say thank you to everyone that has supported me so far. So let's get into it. 10k Q&A special. Obviously, a lot of you have sent in questions for me. Some funny questions, obviously some inappropriate questions, which I will not be addressing. Just to put that out there, but I will try to get through as much as I can, and I do appreciate everyone that has sent in questions. Obviously, I can't get through every single one of them, but I will try to get through as much as I can. So the first question is, what would be the best five-a-side team out of the SDS members? Ooh, this one's gonna be controversial because I know a lot of people are gonna feel offended. But if I had to pick a five-a-side team, I'll probably say, I'm definitely putting myself in there. Definitely put myself in there. I would put in Ilyas. Ilyas is very good. Abs is a very good player, very tidy. Rimedy is good. Rimedy actually plays semi-pro football, so he's actually quite good. So me, Rimedy, Ilyas, Abs, and I'll probably put Sharky as the fifth member. So I'll probably say, yeah, us five. I think that'll be a decent five-a-side team. For those that don't know, we've actually played five-a-side matches for SDSFC before it was SDSFC in Baller League. That is on the SDS Extra channel. So if you do want to check us out, you do want to see some of us playing football five-a-side, there are episodes on there. I might even put the links in the description for you to watch, and you can make your judgment for yourself. But anyway, second question is, what's your favorite moment on SDS? Ooh, I've been doing SDS for 5 years. There's a lot of great moments. I'll probably say the ones that come to mind is definitely Luis Fonte. I think Luis Fonte was a big moment. Obviously, we got the Luis Fonte shirt on the set, so it's definitely a big moment, a memorable moment. I would probably also say Umrah, the Neymar joke, or that episode in itself. I feel like every time I record an episode with Faisal, I feel like it tends to be an all-timer episode. Mastermind is also memorable, and De Zerbi as well. It's funny because it's De Zerbi and Luis Fonte. Obviously, Fuizzi never learned his lesson, but I'll probably say those three moments. So, De Zerbi, Luis Fonte, and I'll probably say Neymar, Umrah. I'll say those are the top three. Also, honorable mention, obviously, the Man United emergency episode as well. I know a lot of people really enjoyed that at our expense, but yeah, probably say those moments. Next question is, where did your deep hatred for Arsenal start from? Ooh, I like this question. This is a good question. I like this one. Where did it start from? Well, obviously, being born and raised in London, I was surrounded by a lot of Arsenal fans. In school, the rivalry at the time was very huge. I grew up on the Arsenal, Man United era, Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson. So yeah, my hatred for Arsenal has been since I started literally supporting Man United, which was 02, 03, and that's where the rivalry was at its peak. So yeah, I mean, of course, people always say you're a Man United fan, your rivalries with Liverpool and Man City, but for me, that's more inherited beef. I always say that's inherited beef. That's a beef that geographically and obviously historically we're rivals. But for me, my personal beef, I grew up around Arsenal fans. You see it on the podcast, the majority of them are Arsenal fans. The beef is serious, man. The hatred is there. So for me, I'll always have hatred for Arsenal, and inshallah they don't win the league this season. But anyway, next question is, what is one football take you would die on the hill for? Also, congrats on 10k subs. Ooh, that's a good question. There's Hazard not being the best player during his 8 years at Chelsea. Van Dijk being the greatest defender in Premier League history. I don't think so, and I'll die on the hill on that one. And Harry Kane being a bottler, I'll die on the hill on that one. So probably those three, I'll definitely say those three are up there for me. And also, Mo Salah being better than Hazard, or being greater than Hazard in the Premier League, I'll down that hill as well. So those are probably the ones, probably the most memorable ones for a lot of people, but those are the ones that are definitely down the hill for. Next question is, if you had to bring in someone new into SDS, who would it be? Ooh, good question. There's a lot of good content creators. There's a lot of content creators that I feel like we have good relationships with. Obviously FCM, the Big Six, the club. There's a lot of good content creators out there. I would probably say Saeed, man. Just because I get along with Saeed really well. Not just on camera, but also off camera as well. And I think he's a really great guy. And I think he gets on quite well with a lot of the SDS boys. So I'll probably say Saeed, you know. Next question is, were you born in the UK or moved there later on? And I've heard you're a teacher. What do you actually teach? So to answer your first question, yes, I'm born and raised in London. I'm a London boy, not West London. Yes, I've been living here my whole life. Born here as well, so I do have a passport. I'm not an immigrant like Faisal. Never moved around like Lias as well. So yeah, man. Yes, I've been here pretty much most of my life. And I've heard you're a teacher. Yes, I am. I am a school teacher. I teach chemistry for those that do want to know. So I teach science, but chemistry is where I specialize in. And yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy teaching. I think it's a job that's rewarding. It is stressful, can be stressful at times. There is a lot of work to do, but it is something I do enjoy doing, and I'll continue to do as long as I can. Next question is, what happens if Ronaldo wins the World Cup? Woo-hoo-hoo! Finish the story, my brother. I'll be real. If Ronaldo was to win the World Cup, football's done for me, man. I've clocked football. It's like a game. I've clocked the game. I think I might even retire from football content creation. I can't lie to you. I might even retire from football content. That's it, man. I think I would have hit the pinnacle of football. There's not really much for me to look forward to. So CR7 this summer, World Cup, Portugal. It's written, man. It's written, man. That's the last piece that's missing. He has one final chance to do it. I hope he does it, man. Genuinely, I hope he does it. And I think it will be a good way to just close out his career. Imagine the last chapter in his story, the last page in his story is a World Cup. That would be incredible, man. Of course, it's easier said than done, but I'm banking on my boy, man. If there's anyone that can do it, it's definitely him. Next question is, have you and Sharky ever had actual genuine hate for each other? That guy, man. Sharky. Yeah, it's Sharky till I die. I'm joking, nah. Generally, that's my brother, man. Of course, me and Sharky go way back, even before SDS. I've known him for over 10 years now. That is my brother. Of course, like any relationship, like any friendship, of course, you're gonna have moments where it gets heated. You're gonna have fights. You're gonna have arguments. But I feel like there is no real friendship, no real brotherhood without those things. I feel like if your friendship or your brotherhood is too peaceful and just, I don't think that's a real friendship or brotherhood. But yeah, man, nah, of course, me and Sharky have a good relationship, and sometimes, of course, we have those moments where things get heated, and you guys see it on the podcast, you see it on the episodes, things always get heated. But that's because we're both passionate about our clubs. He's passionate about Arsenal, I'm passionate about Man United. There's obviously a deep hatred there, both being born in London. We both grew up on the rivalry, the Arsenal-Man United rivalry. So it shows on camera, and that's why the episodes come out raw and authentic the way they do, because the arguments that we have are genuine, they're authentic, do you know what I mean? But that's always gonna be my brother, man. He's the guy that obviously created this platform. You know, he's the one that's given me that opportunity to be a part of something amazing, you know, so there's always going to be love there. But of course, yeah, you know, there's going to be moments like that where we get into those heated discussions, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I'll be real. I think there's going to be more episodes like that in future, and inshallah also don't win the league. Next question, it says, advice for any creator wanting to step into the football space, what to do when things aren't working out. I think you got to do it because you generally love doing it, not for any other reason, external reasons, you know, not for the clout, not for the money, not for fame, whatever it is. I think you just generally got to enjoy what you do. You got to enjoy football first and foremost. But that goes for any sort of content creation. You have to enjoy the process, enjoy what you do, and all the money and all of that will come afterwards. I think if you just focus on your craft, focus on just, you know, putting out content that, you know, about something that you're passionate about, naturally you will progress, and all the external things will come with it. But you generally have to be passionate. It has to actually come from somewhere, you know. And I think you see that on SDS. You see it with all the boys, even on their own YouTube channels. They're generally passionate about what they do. They generally love what they do, and it shows, you know. So it has to start there, you know. It has to start with the passion and the love. So my advice is just do it out of love, do it out of passion, keep working, be consistent, be disciplined with it, and then everything else will follow. Next question is, what is the best football game that you watch live? Ooh, I've watched a lot of football games. Definitely the World Cup final, 2022 Qatar World Cup. I had the privilege of obviously being there live in the stadium with the SDS boys. And bro, you guys saw how the game unfolded. Kylian Mbappe with a hat trick, obviously Messi winning the World Cup, but the game was just dramatic. Obviously the first 17 minutes was boring, but after that, after obviously Mbappe with the brace, I can't lie to you, I don't think football's peaked higher since then for me anyway. I think it hasn't really hit the same for me, I'll be really honest. But yeah, I had the privilege of being there, and it's a memory that will live for me forever, man. It's very, you know, it's very hard for a lot of people to even go and watch World Cup games, let alone be in a World Cup final, and I had the privilege and to be able to do that, you know. That's a memory that's gonna probably live with me to the day I die, you know, something that I can share with my kids, and the fact that, you know, I have the pictures to show it, the footages to show it, the vlogs to show it. But yeah, definitely the best football game I've watched live. Next question is, which team would fear more, Liverpool 18-19 or Arsenal's 22-20? What? Let me read that question again. Which team would you fear more, Liverpool 18-19 or Arsenal's 22-23 team? What kind of silly question is that? What did Arsenal win in 2022, 2023? Listen, put that question in the bag, man. That question is silly. Of course, it's going to be Liverpool. Next question is, hey Liban, big of yours. My question is, what's been your holiday and will you be in Canada for the World Cup in 2026? First of all, brother, sort out English. The English is not great there, but I understand what you're trying to say, so I will answer it. Appreciate you still for sending the question. What's been your best holiday is what I'm assuming you're asking. I'll definitely say the Qatar World Cup, man. I mean, it wasn't really a holiday, but if we're talking about experience, definitely I'll say Qatar World Cup in 2022. And will you be in Canada for the World Cup in 2026? Hey.
I hope so.
Okay. Inshallah, SDS in the World Cup. Again, Canada, not just Canada though, America, Mexico, inshallah. I mean, we're working on it. We're trying to be out there, and inshallah it works out, but we hope to be there. Definitely. So if it is the case of us being there, then definitely we'll try to be in Canada for sure. Shout out to all my people in Canada, man. Next question is best Manchester United game you've been to. Ooh, this is a good question actually. Best Manchester United game you have been to. I would probably say probably the one most recent, you know, the FA Cup one last year in January when we beat them on penalties. I can't lie to you. The emotions, the roller coaster of the game, obviously being, I'll probably say that game, I'm not gonna lie, just because of the fact, the way the game transpired, obviously us going down to 10 men, holding Arsenal off. There was a lot of up and downs in that game. Yeah, in terms of being dramatic and the way things ended, I always feel like cup games are always special. That's the one that comes to mind as of recent. Next question is, Angry Gingers United win Baller League or Arsenal win the Prem? Which one would you prefer to happen? Ooh. I can't lie, man. This is easy, man. I would rather United win Baller League. Like, I'm sorry, Sharks. I'm sorry, Mandem. But I would rather United win Baller League than Arsenal in the Premier League. I can't deal with the headache of Arsenal winning the Premier League. The noise they will make. They'll talk about it for the rest of their life. They still talk about the invincible season, Brian. That's been like over 20 years. You know, imagine how jarring. Look how they talk now. They haven't won anything for how long? All they've won is FA Cups. And look how they speak. Imagine if they win the Premier League, how jarring they will be. So for me, I can't lie to you. I can't have Arsenal win the Premier League, man. So I'd rather United win it. Even though I wouldn't want that either. If I had to pick the lesser evil, it's definitely United winning the Baller League. Next question is, explain the pic of you wearing this Chelsea shirt. Is this another Faisal situation? Okay. So I feel like I have to clear this one up. Obviously, there's a lot of different versions of the reason of why I'm wearing that shirt. For those that don't know, there is a picture on social media that goes around from time to time of me wearing a Chelsea shirt from like over a decade ago. So the backstory to that is basically Man United played against Chelsea in an FA Cup game years ago. I think Eden Hazard scored in the game. At the time, I had a group chat with my friends, of course, some of them being Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, whatever. And as a joke, they were obviously trolling me about the game. And as a joke, I decided to put on the Chelsea shirt and then take a pic to act like I've switched sides. But in reality, I didn't. And unfortunately, I didn't know that my friend had kept that picture in his camera roll for over 10 years. And then one day decided to post it on social media. And yeah, it is what it is now. It's got a life of its own. I've even seen people make edits. They put Cole Palmer's face on it and they use it as a slander pic for Cole Palmer stinkers. But yeah, that's the situation for that. So make of that as you will. I'm still a United boy through and through. Been United my whole life. So, you know, nothing changes there. The next question is, well, I like this question. Who is your WWE GOAT? Ooh, I used to be a big fan of WWE. Still am sometimes. I can't lie to you. I do tune in here and there. Who is the WWE GOAT? It has to be John Cena, man. John Cena, of course. Retirement year at the moment. Oh, he's actually retiring next month. But yeah, that's going to be sad, man. Seeing John Cena go. But yeah, definitely will say John Cena. Another shout out to Eddie Guerrero, for those that do know Eddie Guerrero as well. Big legend, big fan of Eddie Guerrero. But there's a lot. But if I had to choose one, I'd definitely say it's John Cena. So John Cena's the GOAT, man. Last question, is Man United's performances the reason you hit the gym? I wouldn't say it's the reason I hit the gym. It's a lifestyle choice. Of course, it's a habit that I've built over years. But what I will say though is how I train does depend on Man United performance. I can't lie to you. I think most of the PBs I hit was after the 7-0 at Anfield. I think after we lost 7-0 to Anfield, yeah, my strength went up. I was hitting all my PBs that day. I can't lie. Deadlifts, bench press, shoulder press. All the PBs came after that 7-0 loss. So I do think there's a correlation between my strength in the gym and when Man United don't do well. I think my strength tends to go up. So yes, you could say that my United performances has an effect in my gym or in my gym life, but I wouldn't say it's the main reason. And that's all the questions that I have. I try to get through as much as I can. Of course, apologize for those that I didn't answer to. Hopefully, maybe next time I can get through to your questions. But I appreciate all the love, support, that you guys have shown me since I've started this channel. Of course, we're still early. It's only literally been 2.5 months since I started this channel. Obviously, there's still, you know, a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things I want to achieve. There's a lot of great content ideas I want to put out for you. So it's just the start of the journey, but I do appreciate the love and support already given so far. And I will definitely do one of these again, probably when we hit like 25K. Most likely I'll say 25K. I'll try to do another Q&A. But again, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Really appreciate all the support you're giving, all the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, everything, you know, the DMs. I've been getting a lot of messages as well. So appreciate and thank you to every single one of you, because without your support, not just even here, even on SDS, without your support, none of this would be possible. So I just want to thank you guys again. And until next time, peace.